Professor Wergles here. We are on lecture number 28. We are on file upload. We just got done uploading single files to the server. We're now going to go to number 2, multi-upsite. So we're going to look at uploading multiple files to our site under the file upload lecture. So we're number 2, multi-upsite, and we're going to look at index.html. Now, one way that we can upload multiple files would be to have multiple file input types. So I could have file 1, file 2, file 3. However, let's say I want to upload one file, and then next time I want to upload 20 files, I'm going to have to change the code. So a better way would be to have a single input tag with the multiple Boolean attributes set. And this is what it's going to look like. So if I put an input type here, with type equal to file, the name is actually going to be files. It's actually going to be an array, and we're going to use the multiple keyword. Now, the name does not need these brackets here. I'm simply putting these brackets to show you that it is an array once I put the multiple attribute. If I were to do files with an S and get rid of the brackets, it would also be an array. I'm simply using the brackets here to show you this is an array. Now, as soon as I put this multiple keyword, what it's going to allow you to do is the user can select a file, click Shift or Control, and then select another file or multiple files. Now, the first example, we're going to do a SimpleHandler.php using post, and we're still not encoding the data. Now, it's good to use post here because there's no file size limit, because it's going to be in the HTTP post body, and the body does not have a file size limit. And that is especially true for uploading multiple files. So I'm going to save this code. I'm going to upload to the server, and I'm going to open up SimpleHandler.php. Now in SimpleHandler, let's just print out the file super global array and see what it looks like. So I'm going to come back to the page, go back. We're in the multi-upsite directory, and you'll see the file selection is a little bit different when I select files. So here I can select and do a shift and select other files as well. I can select one file, do a control or command, and select other files as well. Whereas with the previous example, if I go to just a single file upsite, if I select a file, do shift, and select another file, it doesn't let me. Okay, it only allows me to select one. Now with the multiple files, if I select more than one, click on open, it'll show you how many files have been selected, which is 6 files. In the previous example, it only shows 1. So select some files, click on upload, and you'll see the files super global array is an array itself. So the files super global array is an array of arrays. Okay, so I need to grab one element. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my files from the super global array files, looking for the name of files. Okay, this files keyword is the name on the form here, files. And we're going to loop through and print out all of these. So I'm going to have a for each. I'm going to go through all the files. I'm going to print out the category and the array. The array I also need to loop through and print out the key and the value. So let's save this code. I'm going to upload it on the server, come back to the browser, and run the code. So if I do a refresh, this is what you're going to see. So the file super global array is an array, and I have files, which is also an array. So the files object has 2 elements. The first one is the name, and name is an array, and it has 2 names. And now type is also an array. It has 2 types. I have temp name is an array, has 2 temps. Error is an array with 2 values. Size is also an array. So in the previous example, the file superglobal array had an object, and the object had name, type, temp name, error, and size. But now when I upload multiple files, you'll see each attribute is an array, depending on how many files that I upload. In this case, I've uploaded 2 files, so you'll see 0 and 1 for the indexes. And now you need to think about this as we proceed to upload multiple files. So this is a short example. Let's look at the complete example and actually make a complete application. So we have an array, and that array contains multiple arrays. So the file superglobal variable here is an array, and files, which is one of the keys, is an array. And every value is an array. Okay, so there's a lot of nesting going on here. The file superglobal variable is an array. Then I have key value pairs in this array. Every key is also an array with different values. So files has name, type, temp name, error, and size. So it's an array, and each key inside that is also an array. So name is an array with 2 values. Type is an array. So the structure is nested. I have files, and then my key value pair, which is an array, and then my first key, which is name, is also an array, and then my second key, type, is also an array. So it's very nested here. Now, we're going to make a complete application in the next video, so stick with Professor Wergeles. We'll see you in the next video.